What's going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye, and we got some things to talk about today. Okay, we got some things to talk about today. You know, I woke up this morning not in the best of moods. You know how you ever have one of those days where you got so much going on and so many things do not seem to be going the way that you expect them to go, and so you just be like, you know what? I'm not gonna get out of bed today. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute and just breathe. And then I hopped on the Instagram, and what do I see but some problematic posts that are allegedly from Jennie Nguyen from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Oh, yes, it is bad. It is bad. Trust and believe we're going to get into it because I got a whole lot to say about it. But before we get into that, we got to talk about Nene leaks. We're talking a little bit about Mary Cosby. So listen, come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room because it's about to get heated up in here. I can already tell you it's about to get heated up in here. If you are watching right now, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from in the chatterization. Okay, we want to see where our people are watching from. We got Lorraine from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, baby. I see you. Who else is in the building? Baltimore. Hey, baby cakes. All right, come on now. ATL is in the place to be. We got Raleigh. I see you. Yes, DMV. Greensboro, Brooklyn, Upper Marlboro, Macomb, St. Louis, UK. Come on, I see y'all. Ireland, Chi-Town, Detroit, Atlanta, Gary, Indiana, Richmond. Oh, the chat is moving quick today, y'all. It's moving quick. I see y'all in the house. I see England in the place to be. Duncanville, Texas. Who else is in here? Belleville, Illinois, Portland, Oregon, Cleveland, Phoenix. One of my favorite places, Miramar, Florida. Come on now. Hey, California cutie, I see you. Patterson, New Jersey in the building. Come on, San Diego. Vegas is in the house. Dallas, Fort Worth, I see you. High Point, Ottawa, Canada. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, we always talk about reality TV on this channel. We get into a little bit of news, commentary, and recaps, okay? Now, today is going to be mostly a little bit of tea and speculation, and then we got to talk a little bit about what's going on with these problematic tweets, okay? First things first on the docket, shout out to our friends over at Queens of Bravo. Are you guys familiar with Celebrity Big Brother? I believe the last Celebrity Big Brother that we happened to see was the one where Tamar was on there, Candy was on there. Has there been another one since then? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Okay, because I don't think it has. That's the last one I remember. That's the last Celebrity Big Brother here that I remember. Because we had Tamar and Candy hashing things out, and then Tamar came out on top. Okay. So there's a new Celebrity Big Brother coming on February the 2nd. And I'm telling you, if this is the cast, I'm here for it. Okay. I'm here for it if this is the cast. All right. So let's get into it. Now, Queens of Bravo then pulled together quite a few tweets. Now, this one tweet, well, a couple of tweets actually come from Dan, our Celebrity Big Brother Insider. You can follow on the Twitter at BB Detective Dan. So let me let me try to head on over to Twitter real quick so I can pull that up because I want you guys to see the rest of the cast. Hold on. Dang, I can't find it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Actually, I'll wait. We're going to discuss these names first. A couple of the names that they have announced for Celebrity Big Brother that this person is saying is confirmed, one of which is actress, television personality, a pop superstar, Erica Jane. Okay. Now, in my mind, I was wondering, how is she going to be on Big Brother and we still filming the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? How's she going to do both of them? Okay. Did I say Candy won, or did I meant to say Tamar won? That's what I meant to say. If I said the wrong person. Pop star, okay. If I said Candy won Celebrity Big Brother, I meant to say Tamar. Please forgive me. Charge that to my mind and not my heart. Yeah, my mind and not my heart. Okay. Anyway, moving right on along. Okay. More interesting. Okay. We have Anthony Dominic, aka All Over Anthony, who says that the streets are saying that Nene Leakes is joining the cast of Celebrity Big Brother, which premieres February 2nd. So let me just let you guys know who All Over Anthony is. If you guys do not recall, before Portia quit, well, before it was announced that Portia was leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Anthony was one of the people that reported that she would officially not be returning. Like, he was one of the first people to announce it. So a lot of people didn't really believe him at the time, but it came out to be true. And since then, he has come out with several other bits of information that have turned out to be true as well. So I'm inclined to believe him. Now, for me, okay, if Nene Leakes is indeed going to be on here as is alleged, because I don't have any solid proof of it yet, I'm just giving you guys what's the word on the streets, okay? What is happening on Giselle's streets. If she is on there, we watching, okay? We are watching. Now, if Nene is on here, I'm in the ball game. I'm in the ball game, and we might be recapping, okay? So, I mean, it is what it is. We watching if Nene on, because also too, not to mention Nene, I mean, we got the gift that is Tiffany Pollard, who is allegedly confirmed as well. So, can you imagine this? We got Tiffany Pollard, aka New York, all right? You got Nene Leakes, okay? Allegedly, you also have Todrick Hall. Okay, these are some of the other names that the Insider has released. Clay Aiken, I believe. Vanilla Ice, I believe. Okay. So, I mean, this might be looking kind of good right here. Might be looking kind of good. I'm interested to see, okay, Nene and Tiffany Pollard on the same show. I think that's going to be real good, okay? Because it'll be nice to see Nene back on our television screens. And at this point in time, it's like, I'm sure that 2-year grace period has passed, and now Nene can go about her business and do whatever she wants to. Because, you know, a lot of times, not always, I know of a couple of examples wherein a person has left, you know, the network, and they have been able to work right outside of that on another network. But by and large, there's usually an 18-month to 2-year period of time in which no other network can book you for those types of similar style reality TV show gigs. Usually that's in the contracts for a lot of these Bravo shows. Not always, but sometimes, okay? So I'm interested to see how this thing is going to turn out right up in here. Let me know, are y'all watching Celebrity Big Brother? If Nene's on there, if Tiffany Pollard is on there, I'm definitely watching it, okay? Definitely. And it'll be interesting to see Miss Erica Jane on there as well and see how she fares up against some, you know, some real queens up in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, she be running all over them girls in Beverly Hills. But these are two ladies you can't run all over. You can't run over these two ladies. Not at all. Okay? So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Now, y'all know, the other day, Mary Cosby from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City had then took to the Twitter spaces to answer some questions about why she won at the reunion. Okay. Now, one of the things that she said, I ain't heard the whole thing. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all. Chime in if you heard the entire thing. I ain't heard the entire thing. But a couple of things that I have heard that she has said was that allegedly she's in negotiations to come back to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for season 3. Now, I don't know if I believe that, okay? Because typically when you miss the reunion, it is the kiss of death, okay? And I only know of really one person that missed the reunion and came back, and that was Jacqueline Larita from season what? She missed that reunion for season 3, I believe it was. And she ended up, but she was already, and this is the season that they were filming season 3 and season 4 consecutively, right? So they was in the midst of filming season 4, but they was doing the season 3 reunion. They have never done that again, I don't think, in the history of Housewives ever. She the only person that I know that's then bounced back from that curse, because otherwise, you miss a reunion, you're out of there, okay? Dina, that's a good example. She's a good, only in Real Housewives of New Jersey do I know that you done missed the reunion and end up coming back again. Okay. Because Dina skipped out. I mean, she left this season, but then they invited her back years later. So that's kind of a special circumstance, I feel like. But even that season was kind of whack because, I mean, bringing her back ain't do all that much for the show. I digress. What I'm gonna do for you guys though is a lot of you guys are mentioning that you like this hoodie. It was from Rue 21. Now listen, they got some very inexpensive clothing, and I happened to be at home at my parents' house visiting, okay, and I saw this hoodie and I said I got to have it. It was about $20, okay, so go and get you some, okay. Anyway, Mary, let's get back to it. So Mary takes to the Twitter spaces. She talks about why she did not show up at the reunion. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of the tea that she spilled, okay? I'm going to only give you a little bit, not a lot, because I know that they're going to have the entire thing.
Go to the reunion because I'm not about to sit there and be beat up from one side of the story and of the narrative and from 13 seasons. Every single topic was about me. They said that I shined during reunion, so they held it back from me, and they wanted me to go off at the reunion and answer all these one-sided questions that I didn't even see coming. And I said, I'm not doing it.
Ooh.
And I never got a chance to express my side, to say, no one even told me they were talking about me. No one even told me they called my church a cult. I found out on TV.
Now, see, I would have had to ask. Now, I don't know who. I got to find out who did the interview. And you guys can follow Bro Chat on Instagram and YouTube to get the full interview, because I think they recorded the full interview. Once I get that link, I will post it here in the chat so you guys can, watch. But I'll put the link for this page down in the Instagram so you guys can get some of the clips, because they tagged me in some of the clips and I reposted them on Instagram, but I'm waiting for them to post the full video. But my thought is this: I need to get some follow-up information. She said that they said she shined at the reunion, but she only found out that they was calling her church a cult on the show like everybody else. Is she talking about from season 1? Or is she talking about from season 2? Because I'm not understanding. And then she said, they've been talking about me for 13 seasons, but we only been on the show for 2 seasons. Did she mean 13 episodes? See, these are the types of clarifying questions I would have had to ask. So, when you're listening to Mary, I mean, I feel like sometimes you need a little bit of an interpretation, okay? Because Mary, bless her heart, I don't always know what she's talking about. But, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on, okay? Let's move on. Because what I will say is, there was a lot of talk about some ignorant statements that Mary had made for which she then had to apologize for. Okay. And a lot of this was coming from Jennie on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So it's very interesting to me that today, okay, I wake up to this. Okay. Now, Jennie Nguyen from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City receives backlash for old anti-Black Lives Matter posts. Okay. Now, I'm going to show y'all a few of them. I'm going to go through them real quick. Okay. Because they real shocking to me. But I want to update on this what they said in the title of this, because they are not old. These posts are not from 10 years ago. Okay. These posts are not from 10 years ago. These posts are from 2020. So sometimes if people go back all the way into the past, if you go back 10 years ago, I'm kind of going to chalk it. I'm going to chalk it up a little bit to, okay, you might have been young at the time. 10 years is a long time. You might have changed your ways and your views. So I'm going to give you, your moment to apologize. And then I'm going to kind of move on from it. Because I feel like in a lot of times, what we fail to do sometimes in cancel culture is we fail to show grace when people mess up. And I understand in life, people going to mess up. But sometimes, especially in this instance, because you said it in 2020 at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that we were dealing with George Floyd, for you to come out your mouth and be able to say some of these things and post some of these things on Facebook. And in my mind, I know that these people on this show and other shows, because I went through it too. You go through a background check before you can even get on some of these shows these days. So I don't understand who did her background check. Who did it? Who did it? Because they didn't do their job very well at all. And the fact that these posts were still allegedly still up on her page, okay? And I have to say alleged because, the internet is trickery nowadays. So we're going to go ahead and say alleged, but what it looks like to me is the post was still up there. So so this ain't nothing old. This is about a year and a half ago to 2 years ago. That ain't old, okay? This still fresh in your mind, homegirl. Fresh in your mind. And you said it with your chesticles because you didn't delete it, all right? So to me, I had always been thinking, and y'all know me, and y'all know if you have watched any of my reviews on Salt Lake City, you will know I have been saying it time and time again. I don't understand what this is that she has for Mary. It just seemed like she had a special thing for Mary. And I just could not understand why, because she had a whole different type of energy towards Mary and anything that Mary would say. The whole basis for their argument was Mary telling her to stop yelling at her. So Jennie at that point began to get real agitated, okay, about that situation. And she carried it on. And in my mind, and I feel like, and to be very honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, as a person of color, as a Black person, we know when we are feeling microaggressions. We know in our spirit, it is not something that you can always directly pinpoint, but that feeling, that icky feeling that somebody just took a dig at you or did something to you because they don't like you for more than just your personality. And it's usually because of the color of your skin. We know when it's happening, but we can't always articulate exactly how it's happening because it's so nuanced. It's so small. A microaggression is oftentimes like a pinprick. You don't always know that the mosquito bit you, but you felt it, okay? And it itches later. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always like a bee sting. It's more like a mosquito sting. You know what I'm saying? Because that thing, it'll prick you, and you'll be, doggone it, something bit me, but you can't see it no more, right? That's what a microaggression feels like. And we who have been through it, we know it deep down in our spirits when we feel it. And to me, I have always gotten that feeling from her, and I don't know where it came from. Well, hold on. I feel like I do now. Okay? I feel like I do now. So in my mind, and a part of me, I don't even want to show you the tweets. I'm just going to tell you where to go to find the Facebook posts. You can find them right here, and you guys can look at them for yourself. I will give you links in the description all day long for you to go and look at these things. But in my mind, I'm like, and then when I looked at her page, clearly she hadn't woke up yet, okay? And I'll probably be blocked after this, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. But when I looked at her Instagram story, she had the nerve to be posting about a review that somebody had done on Mary's Twitter Spaces. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, she thinks she's still calling out Mary. What she need to be doing is trying to scrub them social media pages. Okay, that's what she need to be doing. And actually, furthermore, let me take this a step further. Let me take it a step further. Who down to the Bravo? Because y'all know we love us some Bravo. We do. We do. We love us some Bravo. But we got to talk about some things. Because I need to know who in the casting department let this one through. Again, there are background checks that have to go into casting. Okay? Trust me. And again, I know, been through it. So when we talk about, looking into the background of a particular cast member, really, I mean, it's gonna go into a little bit of the, other things outside. I don't know if they go into the credit or not. I don't know about that, but I know that what they need to be looking at, and what I felt like they'd be looking at, is social media posts. These posts are, again, all you had to do was go back a year. At that point when she was hired, it was when they started filming this, it was what, 2021, last year? So you mean to tell me you couldn't go back a year, a couple of months on Facebook to see exactly what this woman was writing and what she was up to? I'm talking about, these are anti-vaccine posts. These are, posts that are spreading misinformation about George Floyd, about the election. Even when people are reposting the posts, you will get the Instagram little icon that says this post is spreading false or misleading information. Girl, what? What? So you mean to tell me the person who was in casting that said, oh, we've got a good one here, you didn't look at nothing, did you? You didn't look at nothing. These are photos. These are memes. They're cruel. Okay, they are cruel with regards to the Black Lives Matter movement. Trust and believe. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. Okay, I am not playing. I didn't get to these super chats. I'm sorry. I apologize to you guys. I just had a lot that was on my mind with this situation, and so I needed to get it off my chest. All right. I'm scrolling back up to see if I can acknowledge some of these real quick. If I miss your super chat, please charge that to my mind and not my heart. Shamar says full leak list is Alexa Penavega, Curtis Stone, Aaron Brady, Hope Hicks, Julian Michaels, Jerry Trainer, Lamar Odom. Ooh, Lamar Odom. Nene Leaks. Neo. What is Neo doing up there? Not the Todrick Hall, Tiffany Pot, Shakari, and Shangela. Oh, this is about to be all the way lit. Okay? This is about to be all the way lit. Come through, Shamar, with the T. Oh, yes, we watching now. I'm watching now. I got to figure out how we going to review it. How we going to review it, y'all? I'm going to figure it out, okay? I ain't never even really watched this show before, but we're going to watch it today. I mean, February. Rihanna says, outside of her being annoying, the first interaction between Jennie and Mary did not sit right with me, and I couldn't figure out why. Not even surprised. Same. Give me 1 second, y'all. Bruce says, Bro Chat confirmed Mary meant 13 episodes and not 13 seasons. She clarified during the interview. Okay. And listen again, I fully state to you guys, I have not heard the full interview because I feel like when you go back to Twitter Spaces to try to find it, I don't know where it is. Okay. So if you heard it, you heard it. I feel like if you didn't hear it and you missed it and you ain't recorded, it's gone. Okay. But I know that Bro Chat has the full thing. So once they post it, I'll put the link in the description. Jennie, I lost respect for when she came for Mary in her first scene. I tagged Andy. She must go. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I just wanted to see what else I missed. And I see a lot of you guys had that same feeling as well when it came to Jennie. And again, sometimes I could not always put it into words what I felt like was happening. And I felt like it was hard for me to explain, and I didn't know if y'all would get it either. But it was a feeling I had, and it turns out a lot of y'all was feeling the same thing. Miss D Green says, seeing this post about Jennie is triggering some of my beliefs. Pray for me because I tend to speak with bias on this topic. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, period. Obi says, her ignoring bad weather's anime comment and amplifying Mary, who was not the mother Jesus comment, sealed the deal for me. Okay. I think I got them all. Just to give you guys a little bit of perspective, because I know some people are asking. This is just one example, okay? This is just one example. Just to give you guys some perspective. And that's one of the milder examples that I could show you guys, because it gets much worse. I mean, you just go to the post. Again, they're disgusting to me. They are absolutely disgusting to me. And I'm so disappointed in her. You know what I'm saying? It really disappoints me to see this coming from her. You guys have, and again, you have to look at the post for yourselves. Like it's just. So I don't know what they're gonna do about this whole situation. They've already had the reunion. They've had the reunion already. They have, and I can't wait to see what she has to say about the whole Mary situation. But it'll be interesting to see how Bravo handles this. When Kenya wore the Native American headdress, Kenya had to come out with an apology, and she also had to come out with, Bravo actually came out with their own statement. And my feeling is, don't just hold the sisters, the Black women, to the fire when it comes to making a mistake. Hold everybody to the fire. So I'm waiting to see what y'all gonna do. Okay, how y'all gonna rationalize this? Please let me know. Please let me know how y'all gonna rationalize it. And it's a sensitive topic, I understand, for a lot of people. And for people who are non-people of color, when you hear us talk about these things, you know, I hope that when you listen to this conversation, you listen to it with an open mind and an open ear to understand the things that some of us go through and the things that some of us feel. We can feel it internally, but we can't always see it. And you can't always put it in black and white because it's not always black and white, these types of things. But what she said and what she allegedly put out there, that's in black and white. Rihanna, I saw this incident happen as well. Thank you guys for the super chats. That's it, man. I really wanted. Again, I was gonna do pre-record videos. But because of the nature of this conversation, and because I had been feeling this in my spirit, like something was off about the way she had just been coming at Mary. Something felt different. And again, we know when that something feels different, like more than what it seems to be on the surface. But it's always hard to prove it. But when something like this happens, we can connect the dots now. We see, oh, okay. Everything makes sense now. Carry on. Okay, carry on. That's all the news we got for y'all. We're gonna have to thank you for the super chat. Leandra says, enough is enough. Bravo needs to stand up for Black people, especially when we bring them the big bucks. We are human and we are not to be abused. Absolutely. Jaqui the Great says, people didn't consider Mary's intent when she said the beautiful eyes. She honestly had no idea it was derogatory when she did. She apologized. Jennie's intent is hateful. Yeah, it's like we talk about giving people the space sometimes to mess up and then learn from it and have a teachable moment. I felt like Mary presented a statement that was maybe meant well, but it didn't. She definitely should not have said it in that way because it was offensive. Jennie told her why it was offensive. Mary apologized. And I wish we could have moved on from there because I felt like that is a type of thing that feels good when we see it, when somebody is able to correct somebody, someone genuinely apologizes, and then they learn from it and everybody moves forward. But from this situation, I don't really see how we can move forward in this situation because of the intent with those posts. So we'll see what they do about it. You know, we'll update you guys if anything is done. I hope something is done about it because it's a huge disappointment to me to see this. We thought we had gotten rid of this type of thing with the Kelly Dodd situation, but clearly there's more. There's more. Anyway, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. I had to go into this. Sorry for anyone that, may be offended, but we got to talk about it in a real way. And there was no other way to do that. So with that being said, you guys subscribe to the channel. We will sometimes have uncomfortable conversations, but they need to be had, okay? They need to be had. And that's all we can do. Moving forward, you guys have an amazing Wednesday. Tell somebody you love them today. It's enough hate going on in this world. So we're gonna do the opposite of that. We're gonna spread some love today. And because that's who we are. That is who we are. All right. I will catch you guys in the next video.